I remember the day my sister Annabelle left for art school. We sat on the front porch talking while Dad loaded the car, Anna telling me how excited she was to finally do something more with her talent. After she left, I wanted to know more about art myself, so I did some research and learned a little about being an artist. An artist is a person who uses imagination and skill to communicate ideas in a visual form. I looked a little further and learned that there are 6 elements of art. The elements are the basic visual symbols an artist uses to create works of art. They're line, color, shape, form, space, and texture. The first element is line. A line is the path of a dot through space. I learned that each line has a quality. That line quality is the unique character of each line. So I looked up art pieces using line. In this Calder piece, he uses line to create the form of a pig. The second element is color. Color is what our eyes see when light is reflected off objects. I found out that there's a lot I didn't know about color. For instance, there's hues. Hues are just a color's name. And then there's value, which is the lightness or darkness of a hue, and intensity, which is the brightness or dullness of it. And then I found the color wheel. The color wheel shows the relationships between all the hues. I found out that there's primary colors, which are the 3 basic colors: yellow, blue, and red. Then there's secondary colors, which are those 2 colors mixed evenly. So you have yellow and blue that make green, you have blue and red that make purple, and you have red and yellow that make orange. And then if you combine the secondary colors and the primary colors, you get a tertiary color. I also found on the color wheel that there are analogous colors and complementary colors. Analogous colors are side by side on the color wheel, and they share a hue. Complementary colors use opposite hues on the color wheel. So I looked up colorful art. In this Cézanne piece, labeled Basket of Apples, he uses a lot of color. Artists use many elements in their works. This Liechtenstein piece, called Modern Painting with Clef, uses line, color, and the third element, shape. Shape is an area clearly set off by one or more of the other 5 visual elements of art. And then there's the next element, which is form. A little different than shape. Form refers to an object with 3 dimensions, or the appearance of 3 dimensions. I looked up art pieces that used form. Look at this Moore piece. It's called Reclining Figure. It definitely uses form. It's a 3D shape. And then we have space. Space is the distance or area between, around, above, below, and within things. And then you have negative space, which is a part of space. It's the empty areas between shapes or forms. The final element is texture. It's how things feel, or look as though they might feel, if it's actually touched. So I looked up pieces that dealt with texture, or the appearance of texture. This Monet, entitled Stack of Wheat, looks like you could reach out and touch the stack of wheat, so it definitely uses texture. Annabelle called home a few weeks later and said she was putting together a portfolio for her classes. A portfolio is a carefully selected collection of artwork kept by students or professional artists. I told her to bring her portfolio home the next time she visited. I wanted to see what art she was doing in school. Annabelle inspired me to do some art of my own. To think I'll be showing her my portfolio when she shows me hers. I can't wait.